friends, it's Amanda here, and today we're talking about the ColourPop Holiday 2019 collection. It is finally available. I'm gonna do my best to get this video out as quickly as possible. As of the time I'm filming this, the collection has just launched on the ColourPop site. Usually I try to get these out early for you, but I focused on a lot of family stuff during the Thanksgiving holiday week last week. So, you know, here we are. Just a little bit late. I am going to go over everything in the holiday collection. It's all gold themed. There are some butterflies. We've been seeing a lot of butterflies from ColourPop lately, but this is a very gold focused, metallic, sparkly holiday collection. This is not a huge collection. I'm thinking back to last year's collection with all of these different really bright, colorful rainbow pieces. This collection is teeny tiny compared to last year's holiday collection, and it's also very different. So let's just take a look at these products. I am going to tell you the prices of everything, going to show you close-ups of everything, and instead of a tutorial using the palette, which I am wearing today, I'm going to do a bunch of comparisons to other similar palettes. It seemed like you guys really liked that in the Bare Necessities palette video that I did last week. And you know, we've seen plenty of smoky-ish gold eye looks. We don't really need another tutorial for that, so we're gonna do comparisons instead of a tutorial. Let's talk about the other products first. We do have 3 false lash styles in this holiday collection. If you know me, you know I don't wear false lashes. I never have. I don't have any plans to start. Don't have anything against it. It's just not my thing. If you don't know me, then you just learned that about me now. I won't be trying these on for you. Certainly you can find photos of people wearing them. I'm just going to show you a close-up, give you a little description of each style. There are 3 false lash styles here. They are retail priced at $8 a piece, and they are currently included in the Cyber Monday sale. Pretty sure that's over today. So if you pick these up on Monday during Cyber Monday, they are $5 a piece. Otherwise, they're retail priced at $8 a piece. This is the style Minx. These are really long and fluttery. All 3 lash styles in this collection are. These tend to have most of the length in the middle of the lash, as opposed to the next one I'm gonna show you. This is the Honey Lash. Instead of being the longest in the center like the Minx lashes, these have really long and short lashes kind of dispersed throughout the length of the lash, but these are a similar density. The last style is called Dame. These are the lightest of the 3, and as you can see, the longest lashes are on the outer part of the Dame style. So that's really the difference between the 3. Next up, we have a brand new product from ColourPop. These are metallic liquid liners. There are 3 shades available, so a gold, a rose gold, and a bronze. The gold shade is called Gold Rush. The rose gold shade is called the Rose Standard. And the bronze one is Bronze Touch. These are priced at $9 US a piece. Again, they are currently included in the Cyber Monday sale. During the sale, they are priced at $6.30 a piece. These have a very, very skinny little brush tip applicator, and they do come in the special holiday packaging as well. Again, eyeliner's not really my thing, especially not a brush tip applicator like this. On the rare occasions that I do use an eyeliner, I'm most likely to use a pencil or something that's a little more smudgy and a little bit less precise. So this is another product that's not really for me, but it is always exciting to see ColourPop branch into entirely new products and formulas. So I'm wondering if we'll see more of this style of eyeliner from them in the future. Nonetheless, a cool product. It's not necessarily for me, but it is pretty cool, and it definitely fits this collection well. Next up, we have 4 lip bundles. These are a set of a lippy pencil and a cream luxe lipstick. Now we're really getting into my territory. I am not lashes and liner girl, but I love the cream luxe lipstick formula so much. As of right now, these shades are only being sold as part of these little lip bundle sets. They are priced at $12 US a piece. The Cyber Monday price on these is $8.40, but it doesn't look like they're gonna sell these lipsticks individually, which is a shame because I don't mind the lippy pencils. I don't think they're bad. It's just not something that I really use a lot. It's not something that I find to be very necessary. I can just wear the lipstick on its own. It might be more useful since it does sort of make sense in two of these bundles because there is a red and then a really deep berry maroon type of shade. Those could be more useful, especially with this cream formula. But for the nude and the pink, I just feel like the lippy pencil is kind of unnecessary. That's just one person's opinion though. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you swatches on my arm of all 8 lip products. So the lippy pencil and the cream luxe lipstick. Then I'll do individual lip swatches of just the lipsticks. In the Strike It Rich kit, we have the Minuteman lippy pencil and Simon Says cream luxe lipstick. In Put on the Ritz, Starship lippy pencil and Bling Ring cream luxe lipstick. Hey Big Spender is the red kit. It has the Hot Cakes lippy pencil and the $1 Million Baby cream luxe lipstick. And lastly, the deepest, vampiest bundle is called Go for Bold, and it has the Boarding Pass lippy pencil and It's Faux cream luxe lipstick. These do have special outer packaging, so instead of the regular rose gold with stars on the tube, it's just a solid gold, and then it has this fancy special ColourPop logo and the stars printed on the bullet, just like the regular luxe lipsticks. We also have a color coordinating band and inner on the tube itself, and then there is, of course, a little sticker on the bottom that coordinates with the shade and gives us the shade name. The lippy pencil and the outer packaging have the special holiday packaging. The lippy pencils do need to be sharpened. They are not twist up. Just a side note, I don't know if everybody knows that or not, but ColourPop's lippy pencils all have to be sharpened. All right, now let's talk about the palette. This is the Good as Gold palette. It is regularly priced at $18 US. The Cyber Monday price is $12.60. Just like all of their regular 12 pan palettes, this is a heavy duty cardboard with a magnetic closure. There's no mirror inside this one. Before we look inside, I do want to point out that 2 of the shades have the not intended for eye area warning, Gilded and Golden Touch. They do have the asterisk here. It also appears on the back of the box, as well as inside next to the actual shade name. I'm glad that this is something that they've continued doing, making their eye safety warnings more apparent. I am a little bit confused about this one. I'll show you the picture I'm talking about. It's the swatch picture on the ColourPop site. These shades are also marked with an asterisk on the actual swatch photo, which is very cool of them to do, but the star says pressed pigment, but on the box and the palette it says nothing about pigment, but it does say on here that there are 2 pressed glitters, so I don't know if there's a typo. I'm all around kind of confused about this because it also says that this palette contains 1 Super Shock shadow, which is clearly this one 24K, but this shade called Aw Team is so unusual and it very much feels like that squishy bouncy texture. This seems like a Super Shock shadow to me. It doesn't feel like a regular pressed powder shadow. And the glitters that are in here are super fine, almost to the point of this shade Gilded doesn't really feel like a pressed glitter to me. It feels like a very glittery eyeshadow, similar to the ones in the Mercury Retrograde palette from Huda Beauty. So I mean, it's good thing because they're making the warnings known, but the warnings are confusing and then I don't know which products are which. But overall, I actually don't super duper hate the pressed glitters in here. They're really fine glitters. They're not those big huge chunks that I would worry about like lacerating my eyeball. So I honestly don't know how to feel about this palette. I don't know what to tell you about it. I still didn't use the pressed glitters in my look, but I don't hate them, and now I don't know who I am as a person. Anyway, let's go ahead and just take a look at the swatches of this palette. I will show you the Good as Gold palette first with both finger and brush swatches. The swatches will be done on the inside of my arm, straight onto my skin, no primer down first. The finger swatches will be on top, and then the brush swatches will be below. Just like always, for my brush swatches, I'll be using my e.l.f. flat eyeshadow brush, and I'll clean the brush off in between each shade using my Veramona color switch. That way there's no transfer between swatches. So let's go ahead and take a look at those swatches now. Of the 12 shades in this palette, I do recognize 2 of them as previously existing. Trooper was in the Good Sport palette, I believe. Maybe they came out with that as a single eventually as well. Kind of remember that. I don't know. Then Let's Do It is their matte black. It's been in a bunch of palettes. It's been out as a single. It's a pretty staple ColourPop shade. I don't recognize any of the others immediately, but if you do, please leave a comment and let me know. All right, now that you've seen the swatches, let's take a look at a bunch of palette comparisons. These all came from my Instagram. People requested. These 5 palettes are requested from my Instagram posts. Certainly there are others that would be worth comparing, but I do think these were really the best 5, and they were the most requested. So, you know, we could compare palettes all day long, but I think these 5 are pretty decent comparisons. First up is the ColourPop Night Owl palette. This is a 9-pan palette. It was previously Ulta exclusive, now available on the ColourPop site. So in all of these comparisons, the Good as Gold palette will be on top, and then the compared palette will be below. These are just quick finger swatches, but you get the idea of all the shades. Next is the sadly discontinued I Think I Love You palette. This was one of my first and favorite ColourPop palettes. This is an OG. I love this one, and when I first opened Good as Gold, this was the first palette that I thought of, and I do think they are pretty similar. Next is a newer palette. This is the California Love palette. This was requested on Instagram. I probably wouldn't have thought to compare to this one, but it is a lot more similar than I thought it was gonna be. California Love is definitely more of that red-orange type of look, but still some pretty similar shades in there. Next is the Naked Honey palette from Urban Decay. This was the top most requested comparison on my Instagram page. This does have a lot of very similar shades. I don't think it's as dead on of a match as even I expected it to be, but pretty similar. And lastly is the Soft Glam palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is one of my favorite ABH palettes. There are some similar shades in the Soft Glam, but the formula is very, very different between these 2 palettes. That's just going to come down to a matter of preference. I like both. I think ColourPop is more beginner friendly, so just take that into account. All right, that's it. You've seen all the swatches, all the comparisons. Overall, I like this collection. I just don't really feel super excited by it. I mean, it's not ColourPop's fault that the metallic liners and the faux lashes are just not even on my radar. The lip sets are nice. I'm glad that it's the Cream Luxe formula. That is my favorite ColourPop formula, one of my favorite formulas of all time. I don't think these shades are super special. I mean, they're not bad. They're definitely very approachable. This is the kind of thing people are gonna really like. Very giftable, very easy to wear. I don't really feel very excited by them, but I don't dislike them either. They're just sort of there for me. There's only so many lipstick shades they can make that they can actually sell, and I understand that. So I'm just sort of middle of the road on these. The palette I feel very conflicted about. Just the differing information on what the formulas are kind of throws me off. From a review standpoint, I don't really like not knowing what to tell you information-wise about these different formulas. I loved last year's holiday collection, and I do feel like this was a reaction to the criticism of last year's holiday collection. It was very colorful, very rainbows, very just bright and all over the place. There were dozens and dozens of products, and a lot of people said the collection was too overwhelming and that it wasn't holiday enough. So I think this very gold, kind of neutral, glam, gold, glitter vibe that they have going on here is sort of a reaction to that criticism from the very, very bright rainbowy holiday collection of last year. So I get it. And the more I used this and the more I swatched it, the better I thought it was, particularly the very confusingly not crappy pressed glitters. Tea. But it's just, you saw from the comparisons, it's just not really bringing that much to the table for me. I am all about this Autumn shade that I'm wearing on my lids, that really foily, delicious, rich, weirdly textured and oddly satisfying shadow. I would like to see more of those. I would love to see those as singles. I don't know what it is, but I like it. I do think this color scheme's going to appeal to a lot of people. It does feel very holiday. It does feel very approachable. I'm not mad at it. I'm just not super excited by it. I just feel very middle of the road. I know a lot of people are gonna love this, and I don't hate it, but it suffers in comparison to last year's collection, which I thought was really fun. And this is just sort of, it's not bad, it's just there. I don't know. I don't know what to say. All right, I've been rambling my confusing thoughts about this collection for long enough. Now's the time when I want to hear what you think about this collection. Do you agree with me? It's just sort of middle of the road. Are you totally on the other side and you think this is perfect? You love the glamour, you love the glitter. I'm all for it. If you love it, then that is awesome. Whatever your thoughts may be, I love to hear them, so please leave them in the comments down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Before we get to the palette, let's talk about the other product first. Wow, nailed it. Oh. Wow, awesome. Which is a huh? And then I'll do individual lip swatches. Lip swatches isn't even a hard word. If I don't say the Cyber Monday prices, even though they're only gonna be there for like, who knows how many hours after I actually upload this video, then people will comment and be like, actually, it's this much right now. But then it'll cease to be relevant. So you win some, you lose some, you know what I'm saying? What was I gonna say? The shades in this palette, there are shades in this palette. Wow. Killer review. Okay. And I'll add that into this, yeah, I actually don't hate it. I mean, I'm gonna contact my therapist later about why I don't hate this pressed glitter. Have some things to talk about, but is that being over dramatic? Of course it is. Go follow Makeup.Just.For.Fun on Instagram. We just hit 100K. Oh my gosh. Quick plug. Sorry. I'll stop. If you... Ma'am? Honestly, red lip actually looks amazing with this eye look. I mean, somebody had to say it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Be serious. Oh yeah, I did it. I did it. I did it. Okay, that's it. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.